Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 26th of April 2023, my wedding anniversary, and this is Flosstube number 48. A very warm welcome, whether you are a returning viewer or a new viewer. It is lovely to have you here, and I do hope that you will enjoy what you see. And if you do and you are not subscribed, it'd be lovely if you would hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you have time, if you could also leave me a comment. I read all your comments and I do try to reply to every single one. So first of all, I'd like to apologise for my last Flosstube. I know the sound quality still wasn't great even though I'd re-recorded. I'm hoping that it's going to be okay this time, because otherwise I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what the problem is, but anyway, we'll see how this goes. My views were down last time and I think people weren't watching all the way through either, so it is what it is, can't do anything about it. So I'm going to make a start and show you what I've been up to over the last couple of weeks. So first of all, as it is coming up to the end of April, I will show you my book of days. And there we are. So obviously still have 4 days yet to get some stitching in, because obviously not stitched yet today. And I have crammed quite a lot in. I've only had 2 new starts this month. I'm feeling a little bit snowed under because I have a lot of bigger pieces at the moment, and I said I wasn't going to do that this year and I've ended up doing it, but again, is what it is. And I have started stickering up for May, and as you can see, we have the coronation in May, so I have used some stickers that I got from the works. Sorry, excuse me. And just made it patriotic, basically. So that's my book of days. So this time I have 2 FFOs, fully finished objects. I have 1 FO, which is a finished but not fully finished. I don't have any new starts. I do have a potential new start, and I also have some haul because I'm a failure. Yep. Can't get that out of my head, I am just a failure. So I'll start with my fully finished objects. So the first one, I stitched this last year. Did I stitch it did I finish it this year? I can't remember, and I didn't date it, but anyway, I shall have to have a look back. So this is Blackbird Designs Willow House, which is out of print, and it was kindly loaned to me so I could stitch it by lovely Lainey, and I finished it into a drum. So that was stitched on 40 count vintage country mocha using some of the called for that I had in my stash and then DMC. So as I say, I've just finished it into a drum. It's not perfect by any means, but it's finished, and to me that's what counts. None of us are perfect. I don't care who you are. Sorry, I hope I haven't offended anybody there, but we are not. We all have our little quirks and things. So I've just put some velvet that was given to me quite a few years ago by Mouse. So that's my first FFO. Very pleased with that, actually. So it's not perfect, it's higgledy-piggledy. And then my next finish is this one, and it is Blackbird Designs Singing on Its Way from the Home for the Holidays book. No, not Home for the Holidays, The Bells on Christmas Day. Sorry, got the wrong book. So I've just finished this in a box from the Works. You see there, it's a memories box. I've just left the label on for now so I could show you it. And what I've done, I've just popped some fabric onto some card and stuck it on the inside just to make it look a bit nicer. Not entirely sure what I'll put in this, or whether I'll even put anything in it. I really don't know at the moment. I do have some ideas. I have some cuttings from the papers from when my two girls were born, from my mum and dad and my parents-in-law's death announcements from the paper. I may put those in there. I don't know. I mean, the problem with the ones from when my mum died, I've sellotaped round them to try and protect them, but they are going a bit now. I mean, it's 37 years. No, it'll be 38 years this June since I lost my mum. So, yeah. So that's that finish, fully finish. And then my finish is Blackbird Designs Spring in My Heart, which is from the Spring 2020 issue of PNPS magazine. I've been stitching this on a Wednesday, Barbara Anna Wednesdays, with my lovely friend Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows. And if you haven't seen Sally's Floss Tube, do go and have a look. She has some fantastic projects. Can't speak this morning. And she's so lovely. So if you haven't seen her, which I'm sure you have, but yeah, just pop along and say hello, have a watch. And I also stitched this as part of the seasonal sal, which is hosted by Lynn, the Lancashire Stitcher, and she's Mrs. B1968 on Instagram. So I stitched this in all the called for DMC colours, and this is on 32 count Vintage Sun by Zweigart, and that is my finish. And Yasmin's Made with Love, she has a tutorial to do a heart-shaped pillow, so I'm going to watch that because hearts are not my strong point. Give me a square, a round if you're lucky, but any other shape, probably not my best. I have tried, but I'm not the greatest at it, to be fair. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I may just have a skip of Barbara Anna's. I hope that's okay, Sally. I will come back to them in probably a couple of weeks. But I do have Sea Dandelion to go back to, and just finish stitching that before we come to the summer, the summer ones for the seasonal sal. Right, onto whips. Just going to grab a quick drink. In my sadness mug, which you have seen before. One of those days. Excuse me. Right, first whip. So, as many of you will know, Yas ran the London Marathon on Sunday, Yasmin's Made with Love, and I have been stitching this, The Uniqueness of Others, which was one of her fundraising designs, to show my support. And this was a sal, Yas Marathon sal, which was started by Ros of Ros Clark Crafts. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get it finished. I was hoping to finish it as she crossed the finishing line, but sadly I didn't. And congratulations, Yas. You are a true inspiration. And even though I only know you through, obviously, Instagram and Flosstube, I am proud to be your friend and proud to know you. because you are an inspiration. So, and before I get emotional, I'm going to shut up because I don't know what is wrong with me these past few days. I am so damned emotional. So I am stitching it with the called for colours, but sadly, I do not know what happened. Okay, so I haven't got. So this is the 9966 that was in my stash. Been in my stash for quite a few years. And I knew that I was going to run out, so I had a look. If you've seen my post on Instagram, you will already know this. So I went to have a look. I had 2 more skeins, completely different shade of blue. So I got my my DMC shade card out, and my spare skeins were the correct shade of blue. This, I have no idea. I went through my shade card to try and find a match, so I don't know what this is, what make of thread it is or anything, and how I come to think it was DMC 9966. 996, I do not know. So I thought I cannot, because the proper 996 is so much lighter and it would have stuck out like a sore thumb. So I just put this up against the shade card and I came up, this is the closest that I could come up with. So I've now switched to 806. So this has been stitched on 32 count Stormy Skies by Zweigart. So what I did, I think this feather here, I just finished that off with the 996 that I'd started with, which isn't at all. And I have started on the other feathers with 806. But honestly, I absolutely love this. This just, I don't know. I just don't know what it is. It's just so beautiful. Absolutely love it. And it is a joy to stitch. And Rachel, Stitchy Rach, can you see what I'm doing? Same. I'm leaving these because I don't want to do them. But I'm going to have to. Oh, sorry, I've just got a bit of thread over there. A bit of fabric thread. So yeah, that is where my peacock, the uniqueness of others, is at. And I do think I'm going to do the wording on it because I just like, I like the sentiment of it, to be honest. So yeah, I shall probably do the wording. And then next, whip, which I was hoping would be a finish, but I wasn't in the best of moods last night, wasn't feeling it. I did get quite a bit done, but... So this is Blackbird Designs Quaker Garden, which, as I've said before, is out of print. So it goes for big money. And when I sell this on, I am not selling it for a massive amount. I'm going to sell it for what I paid for it. So I'm using all the call for colours, barring Shaker White. I've swapped it out for chalk. And they're a mess, so you can't really see. You can't really see them all properly, but yeah. And this is my Tuesday night BBD sal with my lovely friends Barb and Mouse, who is Tales of a Stitching Mouse on Instagram, and BattyBat 210 on Instagram. I always forget Barb's Instagram handle. So I am stitching this on 40 count light mocha. And there we have it. I'll just see if I can, let's get it a bit closer there. Is it all in? No, it's not all in. There we go. So I've not got too much more to do. I've just got to finish these leaves round here, add some little flowers and things in, got some bits to do over here, some alphabet to do here, and then just pop the year in and my initials in there. So maybe a finish next week. Won't be a finish for April, which is a shame because it would have gone towards my stitch from stash. Having said that, I'm not doing badly. I mean, I've barely spent this year up to now. It's just been fabric and threads if I've needed it. So while I'm in this bag, because I've got all my Blackbirds in here at the moment, this is my Saturday night stitch with Lainey, who is Lainey Bain on Instagram. Yeah, Blackbird Designs Yellow Submarine. It's right there in front of me. I don't know why I needed such a long pause there. And I am stitching this in mostly the called for. If I don't have it, I've swapped it to DMC. A couple of the colours, one I didn't have a lot of, so I've swapped that out, and I'm using rhubarb instead of pomegranate. And I'm using Tropical Ocean instead of Mountain Mist because I preferred the look of Tropical Ocean. Right in there. Right, I'm stitching this on 40 count Sparkly's Baby Dragons. And there we are. So as you can see, I have finally got the submarine stitched. I mean, that took a lot. It took a lot of stitching. But, yeah, that is done. So, might not take quite so much doing now. But I love this. Really, really love it. It's such a fun piece. Fun piece to stitch. So, there we are. Yellow Submarine. Oh, my laptop's making a lot of noise. I hope my microphone's not picking that up. And then next whip is it's a sal that I'm doing with Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher. And this is Plum Street Sampler's Pink House Sampler. And it is affectionately known as hashtag Big Ass Pink House Sal. So if you want to join in, with any big house, please feel free to do so. I know Elaine said somebody was joining in with Oh, I should have written it down. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember the name. But Sue X Stitch on Instagram, she joined in with Stone Street Stitch Works Susan B sampler, which she's finished. Elaine and I, we are a long way from finishing this. And again, if you have not seen Elaine's floss tube, please do go pop over and give her some love. She has a fantastic project. She does a lot of full coverage and obviously other stuff as well. So yeah, that is what we are doing. So I'm stitching it in all the DMC conversion. And this is 1/1 on 25 count vintage country mocha. It does help if I show you the front instead of the back as well, because I nearly did show you the back. And believe me, I am not the neatest on the back. So that is where I'm at. So I have finished this side of the house, and I decided I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I've left this side for now, and I just started on the garden. Not that you can actually tell. There is a difference. There is a shade, a difference. That is green. And the door is grey. Not that you can tell. But yeah, I am enjoying this. As I've said before, I did think I'd have turned tired by now, but I am enjoying it. And I think what is keeping me spurred on is, you know, getting that bit done and getting to the border. As I say, if you go and watch Elaine, she's done the border first. Or perhaps, I don't know if she's done the whole border, but she started with the border. And she's now doing a bit of the house and a bit of the garden as well. So I think at the rate we're going, we're probably still going to be stitching this come the end of the year. But that's fine. Whoops. Oh no, that's it. Got my ribbons stuck in the zip. Excuse me a minute again. And then my next WIP is my Friday night sheep stitch with my dear friend Barb. And this is also one of my 6 for 60. So it's the 6 for 60 birthday sal. Which Lainey, lovely Lainey, started. And Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim, and Deb Wilson Stitches, they are also joining in. And Sharon, Magnolia Nana, sorry Sharon, I got all tongue-tied then. She liked the idea, so she is doing a 6 for 67 for her birthday this year. And again, if you've not seen Sharon, please do go and watch her. She is a lovely, lovely lady. Really enjoy watching her floss tubes. So this is Stitches Through the Years Strawberry Harvest. And I forgot, I'm also doing this as part of the Big Birthday 2023 sal. There's quite a few of us with birthdays ending in a 0. And that was started by Sarah on Instagram. I can't remember what her name is. I know she's changed it recently and I can't remember what it is, but anyway, yeah, Sarah Ward. So yeah, stitching this, and I'm using the DMC. Not all there because they are in other projects as well, and I think a certain somebody called Abby has stolen more threads off me. She hasn't stolen them really, has she? She's borrowed them. So this is on 40 Count Vintage Country Mocha. And I have 2 sheep. 2 lovely little sheep. This one looks like he's hiding. And this one looks like looking for him. Or she. Probably a mum looking for her baby. So yeah, really, really loving this. Just, I love Stitches Through the Years patterns. She does some fantastic stuff. And she has just brought out the spring one. I've been saying, haven't I? As has Mouse Potato Designs. Hoping she was going to bring a spring one out, and she has done. So, when I officially start buying again, that might just be one of the things that I buy. I still need to get the autumn one as well, so yeah. We'll see. And then my next WIP is NeedleworkPress and Be Kind to One Another. And this is a sal which is being hosted by Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher, and Mary, Daydream Stitcher. And Lynn, the Lancashire Stitcher, she's joining in, as is Gail, who is on Instagram. And again, I've not written her Instagram name down. So I am using the DMC conversion. Again, it's not all in there, but I do have one of the classic colourworks. I have Yield Gold. I have these from when it was actually Crescent Colours. So I shall use that as well. So I'm stitching this 1/1 on 25 count vintage country mocha. And that's where I'm at. I don't know where I was when I last showed this. But yeah, it's going quite nicely. And I am enjoying it. It's just I can't stitch enough on it, to be honest, but I have something on the go every night of the week, and it's difficult to get more in. I don't know what on earth is going on with my lighting today. It's all over the place, so I do apologise. And then I'll just show you Guardian very, very quickly. I'm not taking it out. Ooh, whoops, a daisy. That's all the threads falling out of my bag. I'm not going to take it out of the frame, but that's Heaven and Earth Designs Guardian. So I am on page 18 out of 30. So this is where I'm at. And to be honest, when I am stitching it and I am looking at it, I'm thinking, this looks horrendous. Which seems to be the theme for full stitch. And then obviously you hold it away from you and you see what it's like. So as you can see, I am about here. So this is all just the bottom bit of her dress. So it's taking quite a bit of stitching, because obviously rather than there being bigger blocks of colour, I've got sort of the odd stitch here and there, or the odd 10 stitches, rather than massive bits. But I'm still determined to keep on with this and get it finished. So it's all my whips. So I'll just move on to the haul. Not a lot. So I've been sort of umming and ahhing really over what to stitch for the coronation. So last floss tube I showed Happy and Glorious from the Jubilee Joy Chart by Samplers and Stitches. And I've made a small start in it, and I wasn't really feeling it for some reason. I don't know why. And of course I'd chosen that because I've banned myself from buying any charts until July. And then I thought, I'm just really not feeling it. And I'd had an email from Caterpillar Cross Stitch for a pre-order for their coronation design. And I'd had it open in my browser and then thought, no, I'm not buying. I did. So I just got the PDF download of it, which I wasn't looking, and I've printed it out in black and white, but never mind. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start this tonight instead of doing a Barbara Anna, just to try and get as much as I can done before the actual coronation. So I've kitted it up with all the call for colours. What actually made me decide to get this was Beth of Be More Creative. I'll link Beth down below if you haven't watched her channel. Again, do go and have a watch and give her some love. she's stitching it. Now she has changed some of the colours, but it just looked so beautiful, and I thought, nah, I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and get it. And it wasn't expensive. So what I've decided to stitch it in, I've gone through my stash. Now this is I don't even know where I got it from. I don't know whether somebody, whether it was I used to belong to a trading group on Yahoo many years ago. Whether it came from there or whether it was in an exchange or a gift, I honestly cannot remember. It's been in my stash so many years, and it's a sponged blue, and it's by True Colours. So I have no idea, but that's what I'm going to stitch it on. It's a 28 count, but it does look quite a tight 28 count actually. But so that's what I'm going to stitch it on. So as I say, I'm going to do that instead of going back to Sea Dandelion. And then my other piece of haul, Natalie of Home Sweet Home Handmade, she showed this magazine on her floss tube. I can't remember which floss tube it was. I'm really sorry. And I thought, oh, that's really nice. I like that, but I won't do anything about it. And then the Stitching You on Instagram, she showed it, and I thought, I'm gonna have to go and look for this magazine. So I knew that I could get it as a download, a digital copy, and then I thought I'm just gonna have a look on eBay, and I found one on eBay. And it's this design here, and I just absolutely love it. It's, you know, it's the quote, it is the sweet simple things of life which are the real ones after all. And just the whole picture really, like in the countryside, out in nature, listening to the birds, just, you know. So yeah, I bought it. So fail. Bloody fail. But I shall now hopefully go and not buy anything. Having said that, well, technically I've already bought it. So I'm sure you'll have seen, if you watch Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, and also Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, she's talked about this as well. And then Natalie Sir Stitch Sir Nat, I think she showed one of these project bags in her latest floss tube. So it's Serby Bags on Instagram, and the lady's name is Pauline. And I haven't been following her too long, but I did decide I'm going to go and follow her. I'm going to see what bags come up. And she put a load up a few weeks back, and I kept going back and looking and going back and looking. I thought, I'm not going to buy one because I have more project bags than I have projects on the go. Because as you know, I don't start loads of things. I admire anybody that can, but that is just not for me. And then she put some up, was it Saturday? Friday maybe? I can't remember. And she had some coronation ones. Now, I would have liked last year to get one to commemorate the Platinum Jubilee, the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, and I didn't, because it wasn't so much a finances thing, it was the fact that I couldn't justify spending a huge amount of money on a project bag. And I mean, rightly so, they take a lot of making, so yes, they're going to be expensive. Or, you know, to other people they're not expensive, I know, but to me, So I bought one of Pauline's Coronation Designs bag. It's not too much in your face coronation, because really what I wanted it was just to be more sort of patriotic, which all the bags that she had that were sort of coronation bags, they were more patriotic than actually it's for a coronation. So I'll show that when I get it. But as I say, you know, and everybody says what lovely bags they are. Obviously, I've never had one before, but they do look lovely bags from what people have shown. So I'm really looking forward to getting it. And they are inexpensive bags. So thank you, Pauline. I shall be, looking forward to getting that. Might actually put my coronation piece in it when it arrives. Right, up to 35 minutes already. Right, what else do I have? Just let me have a look down my... Right, yes, just a few more things. So I just want to say congratulations to Natalie, who I've already mentioned, Home Sweet Home Handmade, because she made it to 1,000 subscribers. So massive congratulations, Natalie. You thoroughly deserve it. And again, if you've not seen her, do please go and have a look and say hello to her. Say, just say I sent you or whatever if you want to. So many congratulations, Natalie. That was just fantastic. And then I would like to say thank you to Gail's Golden Needle. Again, if you've not seen Gail, please do pop over and have a watch of her floss tube. She's a lovely lady. Can't remember where she lives now. She's in the States, but I can't remember exactly where. Super projects. She's doing the Year in the Woods, amongst other things. And she not only does stitching, she does wool applique. My mind just went totally blank. So yeah, I just thank you for the lovely shout out she gave me in her latest videos. As I say, I don't know what is wrong with me this week. I'm quite emotional, and it did bring a little tear to my eye. So I don't know. It's hormones, who the hell knows? I'm just feeling that way out. And then I just have one Flosstuber shout out for sort of under 1,000 subs, and that is Karen, and I hope I've pronounced that properly, because I think she pronounced it slightly different, of Weedy Flower Creations. She has a fantastic floss tube. She's a designer as well as a stitcher. Haven't watched her latest floss tube yet. I've got it in my to watch later, because I'm so damn behind. Well, I won't say behind as such. I'm just struggling to keep up at the moment. But yeah, if you haven't seen Karen's floss tube, please do go and have a look. As I say, she's got a fantastic floss tube, such a lovely lady. So yeah, pop on over. I'll put all the links to the floss tubers that I've mentioned in the description box down below, so you can go and have a look at them. So I think is that it. Yeah, my 6 for 60 birthday sal. Once I am done with that, I am actually thinking of doing something else for my birthday month. Possibly having 6 new starts throughout the month. And just basically trying to clear all my whips up until my birthday month, but whether that'll work or not, I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about it now, it's months away. anything could happen in between now and then. And also, I just want to apologise for looking a mess in my last video. I do get very upset with myself. I'm not very good with hair. I don't wear makeup. I have a reason for not wearing makeup. I have had eczema on my face. It started out weirdly round one eye, one side of my forehead and one side of my neck, which is really, really weird. I hadn't changed anything. Do not know what the hell was causing it. But I'd keep going back to the doctors. They'd give me cream. I'd use the cream for however long they told me to use it for. It would clear up, then it would come back, and then it just, by the time I'd been to meet my sister, in the city where she lives. I'd put makeup on because at one time I would not leave the house without my makeup on. It wasn't the fact that I wanted to look good, it was for me. I wanted to feel good. Because it's very, very difficult when you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about the way you look. And by the time I got home that day, I could have scratched my face off. And I have never worn makeup since. Thankfully, touch wood, I went to see a doctor. He gave me a stronger cream, just as a last resort, basically. Because I was a mess. Because it had got that bad, and that cream cleared it up. And as I say, touch wood, not had it since, and I'm not putting makeup on my face anymore. So if I look a mess, I apologise, but you're here for the stitching. So, so yeah, that is just about everything. I think when I can start buying again, I'm possibly going to get some bits to do for my 6 for 60 if I do it again in my birthday month. And plus, there is a possibility that my husband might retire next year. Not really sure. We've got to think of so many things and look at so many things. We are getting help with it, so I kind of want to make sure that I've got plenty of stash to go out, which I've probably got plenty of stash to go out now, but anyway. So that, you know, when he does retire, all I need to do is just, if I need fabric or threads, I can just, but who knows? Who knows whether that'll happen or not. So that is me. That is me, and I am going to go because I'm going to start waffling. So thank you so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you who comes back and watches me every time. And again, any new viewers, it's lovely to have you here. So yeah, it's nice that my channel has grown, and I'm quite happy with where it is now. Well, I was happy with where it was before, because as I've said before, I didn't expect to get 500 subscribers, let alone 1,000. So thank you so much. As I say, truly appreciate each and every one of you. So hopefully I will see you in 2 weeks' time. I need to go because otherwise Jess will be wanting. Jess is at work at 12:30, so she'll be wanting to get herself sorted out soon and get her dinner. So I will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care, everybody. Keep stitching. Bye.